Welcome along, everyone, to your Monday online racing. It is the Pits TV Cockpit DWD Super Late Models. We are just about wrapping up the season on your Monday. Kins and Nan's back for another entertaining, I would suggest around, maybe 40 to 50 minutes tonight, with all the racing on what is a big track, the Virginia Motor Speedway. Ams, welcome back, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, bro. And privileged to be on the show once again. Another DWD series has come around, race fans. We have arrived at round 7 from Virginia Motor Speedway. The big half mile there, Kins. 14 degrees of banking in both turns, 4 degrees on the straights. Looking forward to some fast and furious racing tonight, mate.
Yeah, definitely. It is going to be a top-notch battle for tonight as well. I'll just quickly revisit to those fans who never quite caught up with how things unfolded last week as well. We'll just quickly show for you. Just that's the track you're going to be looking at. But if we just bring up, if I can, I might be able to hopefully bring up some of the points there. There's just some of the points that currently sit with 2 more rounds to go. That is your heat points overall. We'll see the top 3 battling out there between Sam Ashton, also Evan Taiaroa, and Mark Eagle up front, me to 1. So there's only 6 points difference in the big feature one there as well. If we go back to the actual feature races with the big gap there, you can see race fans who are watching this evening. Massive gap between 7 points, but they can be made up at any given time. Pretty close when you kind of take a look at your top 4 in the feature points. Take a look at the 24, I think it is there. Pete Newby, Pete Wilson on 158, Mark Eagle on 162. That's me to 1. Dwayne Sparking is sitting there as well. Dwayne looking pretty good in the car. Dwayne Martin in the 169 points, but Evan E.T. Taiaroa showing his dominance in the feature races. This is 30 laps. Last week was 40 laps with the smaller track at 176 points. So looking pretty close up front there, Ams.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kins. We just had a quick preview of the track just before, race fans. Night and day compared to the short track we had last week, Kins. And I'm sure we caught out quite a few of our drivers last week. I'm sure they'll be happy to welcome the new big track of the longer straight and big corners this week here, Kins.
Yeah, you can see there as well. That's a bit of a taste of what you're going to be enjoying for obviously the 3 heat races. Which are 12s at the moment. I'm pretty sure we'll stick to the 30 lap for the feature there, Ams. And as you can see, the cars are just getting a bit of a warm-up around at the moment from the big track. And always good to catch up with Mike Harvey, eh? How you going there, Mike? Oh, Darren Latwood's jumped in as well. For the drivers, from Rachel and Darren. Everything's all good. And Rachel's a lot better after falling over, which is always good to hear, eh, Ams?
Yeah, most definitely, Kins. And it's just as we see the drivers out on the racetrack, I'm sure they'll be looking to get as much time and laps in before the racing proper gets underway. Not too far away from the green flag drop. Just over a couple of minutes to go there, Kins. Otherwise, should be a good night's racing.
Yeah, 100%. You know, the big track is going to bring a lot tonight as well, especially for those up front there, tightly contesting for, as we say, 2 more rounds to go tonight and next Monday. With some of those points are very close. I would guess tonight on this big track, there's going to be no room for error, but also for drivers to accumulate points to try and get that jump start prior to next week, which will be the last round. But you've enjoyed the series so far?
A week up over the last several weeks now. These guys have been putting on a show, and if I'm able to harp back on a couple of drivers that you and I have been watching over the last couple of weeks, and no doubt the driver at the top of our minds will be himself, Evan Taiaroa. He's been head and shoulders above the rest, but he hasn't been doing the winning alone there, Kins. Mental One, or Mark Eagle, if you know him as, he's been keeping him honest in the winning department as well. One of the up-and-coming races I've definitely been enjoying over the series, the young Tyson Goodley. I'll be rest assured and trusting that Mandy would have fed him up with a lot of trifle tonight ahead of racing tonight, but he's been probably the young up-and-comer that I've enjoyed watching over the last several weeks there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. And I've enjoyed actually seeing Sparky Dwayne Martin in this class. He's good at the contact stuff, but even getting himself up there into the top tier quite regularly, especially when it comes to the feature. The other young man who's not, I understand, going to be on the track tonight, young Peyton Wilson, will not be making an appearance. So what I'm aware, I think we should have basically 14 drivers on track tonight around the big track. As you made mention, it's a huge track over there in Virginia. Has a lot of classes from the open wheelers. Obviously, you can think about it, but massive track, big banking on the turns, and we're going to be in for an exciting night of 14 races going head to head, 3 heats, 12 laps, and a 30-lap big feature.
Yeah, that's right, Kins. And, we're not too far away from seeing the green flag drop team. And, as I mentioned before earlier in the telecast, I'm sure the drivers will be definitely welcoming the much bigger track with the big corners and the long straights compared to last weekend. Because, as I said as well earlier in the telecast, night and day, might I add, and difference in sizing as well as and I'm sure the speed factor will come into that as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing, especially the more experienced guys in the later heats or wherever they start, and seeing them come through the back of the field there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. What's the grease like down there? Mike Harvey wants to know what's it looking down in the south there, bro?
I think yesterday or the other day, it was minus Brad Lane degrees, and it wasn't too bad today. So, she's definitely getting cold down there, Mikey. But I trust hopefully it's not getting a bit too foggy up there home in the Waikato. So, the cars are out on the racetrack, race fans. So, looking forward to seeing the green flag drop, Kins, in a very short time.
Yeah, big cheer going out to Craig Chatfield. Chatty's watching us. I see he's looking for a sitting part on Facebook for, must be a new toy that he's playing around with. We're all good at the moment, Neil. We're good as, mate. We're just looking forward to exciting race, like Am said. We've got the first heat up, which will be 12 laps around the big track here at Virginia Motor Speedway. We're under safety cars. You can see the little Jeep there will take the cars around. Up front, we'll just quickly go through. Will be Sam Ashton in the 23 Lega Speed. Marty, there he goes in the 96 right behind him. Then Pluck in the 12 outside of him. He makes a return, which is good to see. And that's Craig Booker there in the 38 back out on the track. Wardy in the 5. Outside is Mentor 1 in the 97. Sparky there in the 7. Rocket Racing. Brad Lane sits behind him in the 29. Tyson Goodman followed by E.T. Billy Sun. Billy Sun's out on the track, makes an appearance. Green flag with Newbie and the goat down the back. Up front though, it's the 96. That is going to jump out to a good lead just in front there with the big wing car, the 23 down on the inside. That's lap 1 done at the 12 laps here at Virginia. And it's Monty Goodley leading at the moment. Oh, just gets down the outside of Sam Ashton there. Over to you, Ants.
Yeah, thanks. A little bit of argy-bargy there, race fans. Contact cars moving northward the direction. Number 96 of Bloody Goodley up and over after the second lap. But the rest of the field start to make their way through. So I believe that the Samuel Anthony for the new car, they put up more to the front of the pack. Went to one there in the 97 car there, book.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be one of these tracks. No line given, actually, after how many laps are only 3 into the 12 laps, 9 to go. But looking like Samuel Ashton, the big wing on the 23, has got good control, but he's not going to give up. It is the 97 of Marco Meter 1 Eagle, who's leading the heat racing overall on the top of the points. Back there, we'll just through in the third is Booker in the 38, making his way out there. Rocket Racing, Brad Lane in the 29. And we'll move back to the guy that's been dominating so far. Sits there in the 0, Evan Tired or ET.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kins. We're looking to watch his progress through the field as the number 0, Evan Tired, or starting to pull up the mirrors of the 29 car. And that's Brad Lane, 4-time New Zealand modified champion, non-existent in this Arctic racing series, though he started to apply the blowtorch there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. Evan Title, as you can see, trying to get down the inside, looking like we do have a car that's spun up, and I would guess, guessing at the green-coloured body car. Yeah, Aaron Lewis, there he is. Look, that's not how to do it, Aaron. Come on, bro.
We had too much hangies there, Kins. He does get back on the racing track proper, and as the rest of the field starts to come around, start to get him back together as they complete another lap in the booth there, Kins.
Oh, I look like Aaron Lewis tried to give the wall a bit of a hungy there, bro. Maturiki's next week, my bro. Maturiki's next week. Anyway, back up front, the 23 is Samuel Ashton. Just opening a little slight gap there with only four more laps to go there. Mark Eagle sits in second, Craig Booker in third. Brad Lane's made his way up to fourth in the top five. We'll see it round up there by Evan Tidor as they negotiate around some of the back markers there. But you look at those three, who you have right there. The 38 of Craig Booker, Bradley Lane at the 29 up high, and down there on the midline is Evan Tidor as you see a car that gets tapped out and spun around.
Yeah, there was 40 in the side that was sitting around there. Computers got it all wrong coming out of corner 4. But these guys are having a ding-dong battle mid-pack there between E.T. Booker and Brad Lane there, Kins. Awesome battle here for the mid-pack.
Yeah, enjoying watching this battle mid-pack as well, trying to make it through who's going to be third, fourth and fifth. But up front though with a 17.407 Sam Ashton, looking like counting on one more lap to go soon. But the fastest lap on the track is the man Peter Wilson, known as newbie, a 17.231 as he sits in around 7th. Just negotiating around the top 3 here. And third though it will be Craig Booker. B21 Michael 97 in second and first. I would guess with the checker flag coming up now. Good timing. Sam Ashton picks up the first race there, Ams.
Come across the winter white stickers into victory lane. So great start there to this campaign here for Sam Ashton, ex-mini stock super driver, ex-promoter, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, he does come up trumps there and winning number 1 there. Fantastic start.
Yeah, definitely a good start there as well. Len Pluck right at the bottom there. He's turned it up, turned it around. But you know, when you take a look at how it all ended up with your top 12 there, bro, was Len Pluck, Aaron Lewis, Daniel Curran, Devil NZ, Buddy Goodley, Lega Speed, Dwayne Martin, Sparky, Craig Booker drops back down a little bit as well. Billy Sun makes his appearance and good to see him up there. Wardy, Newbie, Tyson, Rocket, E.T., Metal, and Sam. So there you go. Pretty well how it all went there as well. And thanks for the comment there, Darren. Well done to Sam. And bit of a laughter going on as well, eh? Trillamane, eh? Gotta love it, eh? Some laughter in it. Gotta have some fun there. Yeah,
you're not wrong there, Kins. And fantastic start to the night there for Samuel Ashton there in the 23. And he had a good battle going on with Maru in the early going of their race. Not too sure how they were able to come in contact there. Massive rollover there for Mr. Lega Speed, Maru Goodley there. Good to see him. He was able to recover and carry on in the race there, Kins. But once Sam Ashton had gone to the front, man, he didn't look back.
No, definitely the way to do it when you're in the late model DWD. If you want to get access to it, jump onto obviously Steam. Steam is where you get the games for all of this, and jump onto the Dirtwork Designs Facebook pages where you'll find how you can access the DWD late models if you want to jump on board and have a bit of fun there as well. Chatty, cheered the boys. How you going there, Chatty? Good to have everyone on board. As earlier on, Darren says, go, go, go. Then after that, seeing Madu, it was read. So it's interesting.
Yeah, wrong
that
there,
is. Yeah, you're right there. It is him. It is Brad Lane. Yeah, it is Rocket Racing. Just waiting for things to click over. Well, it's not Hangy Stones hot. That's for sure.
No, definitely not Hangy Stones hot. I can assure you that it was Hangy Stones hot on track, and action did not disappoint in that one. The Kins, the multiple crashes we've seen there. I'm sure the night's fortunes flashed before quite a few of the drivers' eyes there when Marty decided he wanted to go airborne. Yeah, did everyone like that roll? We sure did like the roll. I'm sure if there was a special roll or not, but either is quite spectacular. And the other one that we saw go around here was the number 5 on Wardy there, because he just made a complete meal of it coming out of one of the corners there. And no doubt quite a few drivers seen there. For their very eyes as well.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, we all got to see Aaron Lewis meet the wall with the front of his model car there. They sit up on the track here. Hey?
He was giving it a hongy.
Yeah, definitely. Right down the back. In connection to the Virginia track there, right down the back, Dwayne Martin, Sparky, also Mark Egger will start down the back in this race, who finished in second. Wardy and Booker down on the second to last row, moving through the traffic in the third to last row, Legacy and the 12 of Len Pluck term. The winner from the race, you can see him right there, give the wall a bit of a nudge. That is Sam Ashton, next to him Pete Wilson, newbie. Aaron Lewis is up in the track there, you can see him in the 2 car, Devil NZ and the 12. And of course Billy Sun, who makes his way out onto the track. Evan Tyler sits in there, and they are right behind 76 of Tyson Goodley, Rocket Racing, Bradley Lane and the 29. Green flag, good time. Good racing here for Heat 2, 12 laps. Over to you, Ems.
Yeah, thanks. They start to make their way to corner 1 and 2 for the first time as they start to battle for 5 Watkins coming out of the corner. I'm sure 5 going was not going to fit pretty there as even tired was starting to get a big load of Young Goodley there in the 76, but take nothing else from your leader, Brad Lane, the 4-time New Zealand Modified Championship winner. When was with that front for the meantime there, Kim.
Yeah, definitely E.T. and Brad will be going toe-to-toe for the first and second. Take nothing away from the youngster himself, Tyson Lilly, sitting comfortable in third. As you go back through the track, it's good to see him out there. Billy Sun driving back out there in the number 6 DWD Super Late Model. Devil NZ and the 12. He's accustomed to that number 12 when it comes to his street stock. Captain Street Stock, we called him a cockpit racing, but he's out there. Good to see him back out there. Right behind them is Newbie, who had the fastest lap time in Heat 1, and the Heat 1 winner will sit in 7th. That is Sam Ashton, Craig Booker in the 38 just behind. Having a bit of a meal of it, not getting his own way down the back is Metal, who has had a few issues going on there. There's Sparky in the 7. Wardy is out there in the 5. Lega Speed is just kicking back there. But I think someone's parked up on the infield there as well. Now there's their Pluck. Is that Aaron Lewis has gone to the infield? Aaron Lewis has had a few. But back up front, the ever impressible Evan Tidal E.T.
Yeah, no wrong to make the race his own now. He heads up to the front of the field. Second place for Brad Lane in the 29. And then rounding up the podium, Woodley. And looks like it's pedal station further down through the field there, Kim.
Yeah, definitely. We roll back out of your top three to Billy Sun just going past now, as you see on the camera on the live stream. Thanks to the Pitch TV for their ongoing support, and he will sneak down the inside. It's a good battle there between those 3 cars. That is Daniel Curran, Devil NZ, and the 12 right behind the 24 of Pete Wilson Newbie, who's chasing down Billy Sun, Jason Coley, but also in amongst that too is the 23, the Heat winner, who was trying to get the high line there with the big wing, but he sits down nice and tight out of turn 1 and 2. Over to you, Ems.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Tim. Big massive battles here through the mid-pack here, race fans, as we watch the 24 and the 6 of Billy Sun there coming down the back straight once again. 2 corners through, they'll go again, and as they talk up another lap coming past the stop there, Kins. Oh, problems here. Contact's been made across the fastest part for the time there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. As you see a few little cars just slowly dropping their way back. I can see the 97 has a few issues going on there. Oh, who was that? That was that Devil. Where are we? Where is he? Where is he gone? Yeah, that is Devil. He's been shunted into the wall and rolled like Muddy did it in the first race, but setting a 17.243 lap time. Evan Tyler in the 0 car, who's just showed he's got the Hori setups working very well on their car, just kicking it down low. It's going to be a very interesting race after the next heat when the big 30-lap feature comes, especially for the longevity of the tyres after we see E.T. going around. Pick up that checker flag there, Ams.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Tim. Yeah, make no mistake about your race winners. I saw it on the hard scoreboard as well. But even Tyler, Heat 2 winner here of the DWD series. This is round number 7 from Virginia Motor Speedway, and he was head and shoulders above the rest there, Kins. Your Heat winner there, Evan Tidal.
Yeah, definitely. E.T. had nothing to lose here to get around. Bradley Lane, yes, the modified driver, current 1 NZ, going to be defending that title as well. As you see E.T. just cruising around there with that checker flag after just showing his dominance with a speed of 17.243 lap time there with E.T. Samuel Ashton, who won earlier on, was in 5th. Pete Wilson Newbie in 4th. Rocket Racing, Brad Lane dropped back to third, Tyson Goodley second, and ET wraps up and finishes in first place.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Eakins. You know, we've been speaking about the bloke for the past several weeks now, but it's not hard to see why. You know, he just completely outclassed everyone there, head and shoulders above the rest of the field there to take out heat number 2, Eakins. But might I add, though, it was quite good to see the progress there of a heat 1 winner, Samuel Ashton. Massive mid-pack battles there between him and I think it was Peyton Wilson as well on the 24. And those guys were having a ding-dong battle down there at the back, Eakins.
Yeah, good battles going right through. It's going to be interesting where he finishes in Heat 3 because if he finishes on top of all of this, he'll end up starting down the back. So just to give those viewers who've never watched the show around the online sim racing, thanks to the Pits TV for their ongoing support. If it ends, you win the heat, you start in a reverse grid. So whoever that may be, we still got another heat, but I'm guessing it's going to be Sam Ashton's to lose after winning Heat 1 and Heat 5. We may get points confirmation a bit later, but otherwise it's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Nickens, but hey, that's nothing more than we love as race fans, is seeing the fast guys come from the back of the field, Nickens, and as we have seen so far, looks like it's shaping up to be a ding-dong of a finale race later on, Kins, contrary to what we see here in heat number 3 coming up shortly.
Yeah, big track here at Virginia Motor Speedway, well known for the open wheels, and this is our second to last round. One more track to go next week, and then we'll work it all out from there to see who are the points winners, and there we'll get those lovely presented trophies with the Pits TV all over it as well. And no doubt you'll be looking forward to an exciting season ahead. Come around to the real Speedway season, back on the camera doing the mahi for Jason the team again.
Yeah, that's right, and no eagerly waiting the finalised calendar that Jace will put together for the coming season. Most of the majority meetings have already signed, sealed, and will be ready to deliver come racing time, Kins. But equally excited to the prospects of the 26-27 season ahead.
Awesome. We'll look forward to it. Heat 3, 12 more laps. This will be the finale on the points in regards to heats, and this will also set out the end result of the after 12 laps, where they will start for the 30-lap feature. Up front, though, we'll have Pete Wilson, Newbie, Dwayne Martin, Sparky in the 7. That's been progressing well. Aaron Lewis, Garrett 16, Goat there. Mark Eager will be hard to beat up front. He'll give a good race with, of course, Newbie up the front there. Devil NZ, we saw, had that little flip earlier on. Woody will be back there alongside with Booker in the 30. You see the cars go past on the live stream. Billy's son, that's Jason Coley. Evan Tydor, who won the second. He has to start towards the rear of the field. Len Pluck with Tyson Goodley right next to him. Leg of Speed, Brad Lane, and Sam Ashton. Sam's to lose, my bro. And one more heat race to go.
They start to file their way around race man number 3 Vito, aka the Hammer. They'll start to make their way down into quarter 1 for the first time. The race leaders, the 24 of Peyton Wilson, but look who's coming around the outside here. Kins the number 7 on Sparky. Starting to make his charge towards the front of the 97. Oh, problems there, back to the mid back. Looks like somebody's just got it all wrong. Oh, it looks like carnage. Rid it out through the back of the field. They do manage to come through the unscathed, though. So what's the progress of the last guys? Title on the 0 car, Dickens.
Yeah, definitely that's fallen into the hands of Evan Tydor, who was on the pace in Heat 2. He's just managed to negotiate, get himself around all of their carnage, as you called it, the AMs, and he's made his way from the rear of the field, halfway basically to 6 at the moment, but 17.250 is the man leading at the stage, but he isn't giving up with the 17.321. That's the 7 of Dwayne Martin, Sparky, right on the tail end. I think they've had a bit of a touch there, and Sparky's actually pulled off the brake there and let Pete Wilson get into a bit of a groove and didn't want to upset the race, and that's good sportsmanship.
Yeah, not wrong there. They're completely short at. They're having a massive battle at the front of the field there, and all it took was for Peyton to get it all wrong there, all crossed up, and that kept the progress of the 7 of Sparky, as we can see down further towards the back of the field there. Battle stations galore as you watch the number 0 of the 5 starting to work his way through the field there, Kins.
He's up to 50 at the moment, so making a pass here on Tyson Goodley earlier on. You can see going around the outside. We see him doing that in real life. It is modified. He's the true entertainer in modified. Brad Lane in the 29, but Evan Tidal is going to stick down to that mid and low line, and he will inherit the 4th position. So he's made massive inroads in Heat 3. Really wanting to accumulate the points to get a little closer to Mark Eagle that leads overall in the heat races. Evan Tidal leads overall in the feature races. But, you know, when you take a look at this race, it is very close up front, the AMs.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Tim, but enjoying watching this fighting one there. As we continue to watch the progress of the number 0 of Evan Tidal. Just up ahead of him is Paulson 38, and behind him is can't quite see the number there. It looks like Tyson Goodwin in the 76, and not too far behind him is Mental One in the 97 there, Kim.
Yeah, definitely throwing amongst that right between the two. It's Brad Lane and that 29 as they carry on through the track. Jason Coley in the 6 you see him right there going around the corner. Leg of Speed, Muddy Goodley in the 96 as well. And also Sam Ashton, who has the fastest lap in the Heat 3. 17.227. 2 more laps to go. Devil NZ is down the back. Couple of DNFs for Len Pluck and Aaron Lewis, which is unfortunate, but it's all newbies to lose. He's now opening up the gap back to Sparky, the AMs.
Yeah, you know what, well, we've put a couple of darlings on Sparky has now as we come towards the end of this race. I'd say it wouldn't be too far away from seeing the white flag.
Yeah, 1 to go here as well. 11 of the 12. Sparky sits in at 3rd. ET even Tyler has got up to your top 3. This is going to be very interesting. Sam Ashton has dropped right back to 10th position, right behind there, as you can see him. Got up to 5th from memory in the last heat. Also won the first seats. Oh, Woody's just given Sam Ashton, and he's done that all himself. Oh, Muddy Goodley, checker flag.
Talk about a spicy end to that race there, Kins, as we still see the 96 car in the fence there. But take nothing away from your race winner there, Kins, Peyton Wilson in the 24 car. As Muddy Goodley gets a helping hand from Sparky in the 7. All stuck in the fence there, Kins. But yeah, as I said, take nothing away from your race winner, as I saw on the Harvey Norman scoreboard as well. Peyton Wilson in the 24 there, Kins. Yeah, he was head and shoulders above the rest there.
Oh, definitely, bro. Definitely how things are rolling on there as well. And that's a quick turnaround for the heats done and dusted. We'll take a little breath and just regather our energy before we get into a big 30-lap race. And to be honest with you, it's only 10 to 9. So time's gone pretty quick on a much bigger track compared to last Monday's commentary, which is very interesting. I kind of thought this might have gone on a bit longer, but we're getting through the races without a lot of carnage, and Mental One, who's running the whole series, just seems to be going through smooth as, which is good.
Yeah, that's right there, Kins. You know, I spoke about it earlier in the telecast. This track we're racing on tonight compared to last week's one, as I said, night and day compared track size, and you know, it's the bigger track tonight has been conducive to the action we've seen on track already, and I'm looking forward to seeing this 30-lapper coming up in a very short moment. But be interesting to see who starts where, Kins, and probably the biggest loser out of that last heat there was Samuel Ashton in the 23. He looked like he made a little bit of progress there, and then he just went backwards at 100 miles per hour there, Kins. He just didn't need that.
Nah, he didn't need that at all, especially being up on the points. I think estimating he would have been somewhere in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the Heat 3, obviously, but that all kind of may have come undone for him. Mark Eagle Mental had made some good progress there as well, but I think also they kind of got undone for him in that Heat 3. I think the biggest gainer from that would have been Evan Tidal from the rear of the field. And I'll just give you the updates in regards to the points. Just give me a second here while I can quickly connect into this. And there we go. So let's have a quick look at where we are. So, all right, before we roll over to where we are, let me click over to that, and then I'll just quickly go with this. So I'll give you your top 3. And it's very close. You know, if we had a runoff, bro, we could do a runoff. Mark Eagle, 55. Pete Wilson, newbie, 55. And only by 1 point, E.T. Evan Tyler.
56.
56, my bro. Yep.
Well, I'd say it'll be a toss of a coin between the two guys there on 55, or see who's done the fastest lap between those guys. So that grid system out there, Kins. But I think those are probably a fair reflection, Kins, of
forget about that. Look, they're wrong. They're wrong. Forget about that one, everyone. There might have been up the heat too. I'm just trying to think about that. The N228, I think there might be 2 races. So that was that prior to the Heat 3. But we'll get it. We'll see it. You will actually see it when they put the tracks on for the feature race, how they will end up. Like I said, the overall points from the 3 heats will start down the rear of the field. So it's a reverse grid. You will find out details here. So just be with us. We will have that for you. We're just waiting for the pit crews to fill up all of the cars, because 30 laps is going to be massive around a big track like this. We have seen race cars in the sim wheel run out of petrol and not make it to the 30 laps.
Yep, that's right, the Kins. Yeah, massive 30 laps coming up here, team. And I think our finals grid for this feature race will probably be a fair reflection, there, Kins, of the racing we've seen tonight. You know, we've seen a good range of quite a few drivers that have made some big, you know, you probably class them as movers and shakers tonight, but obviously your class veteran drivers there, such as ET and Mental One, they'll be they're top of the list. But I don't think they've really had it all their own way though. So
no, they haven't, bro. They haven't. I do have the full points here now, so I'll give you your top 3. At third on 81 points is the 97 of Mark Mental One Eagle. And second on 84 points separates the first and second, Evan E.T. Tyler on 84. And your winner for the heats, Peter Newbie Wilson on 85, bro.
Nice. Yep. Well, I think that's a fair reflection there, Kins, of the, as I said, of the racing we'd seen earlier tonight over those 3 heats there. I think that's a fair reflection of what our should be our top 3 drivers that'll start from the back of the field and it's 30 lapper there, Kins. So very much looking forward to seeing how their progress will come from the back, trusting that nothing happens to the guys in front of them in the mid-pack as well as his front. And looking forward to a big, massive 30 lapper coming up here, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. And those 3 that I mentioned, Mark Eagle, E.T. and Pete Wilson Newbie will all start down the back as well, the rear of the field. And you watch those 3 guys take off from the rear. They'll be trying to take the front runners up front. I'm guessing that's going to be none other than Len Pluck and also Aaron Lewis. So Terminator and even, G16 GOAT maybe up the front there. So I wouldn't be surprised Muddy Goodley be up there as well, up the front row. In the leg speed car 96, Daniel Curran could be up there as well. Devil, Woody can't be too far up there. But for the other drivers, it's going to be a very, very hard and fast race as we build up for 35 laps, my bro. It's going to be very interesting as we switch back over to the live track as they build up all prepared after a bit of a break to get the cars all ready. I'll quickly go through the front to the back. So like I said, it will be Aaron Lewis up the front there in the 5. It is Wardy who's up there right behind him. Len Pluck, Term in the 12. Samuel Ashton, after featuring good in the first heat, will drop back to the front as well. I'll move up to the front. Devil NZ there as well. Leg speed, there's Madu. When's he going to roll is the big question in the feature race. Booker is down there mid-track. Billy's son Jason Coley sits also next to him mid-track. Brad Lane in the Rocket 119 in 9th. Dwayne Martin, Sparky and Tent. Tyson Goodley down the back right next to the 97 that you see going around now. Metal and of course your top 2, 1 point difference, 85-84. Evan Tyler and Peter Wilson Newby who won the heats. Back up front, over to you, Ans, with watching Aaron Lewis.
Yeah, thanks. Once they start to amble around, race fans through 3 and 4, they come 1 4. AKA the Hammer. Down the front straight, they come into the 3rd corner for the first time. as they all start to cream their way. Oh, look at there. Oh, and down the back straight there, as we had, we kind of had preempted that there, Aaron would be a problem, and he does. There's quite a few drivers in their race fortunes based on very well.
Yeah, definitely. Aaron was just a chicane in the wrong place at the wrong time there, and Sam Ashimay giving them the right room. How's your father? He wanted to get down the inside to chase down 28 more laps and the lead at the moment. But the fastest lap time, would you believe, is Craig Booker. Booker sits at a 17.559 and 13. There's another car that has been spun up. This is, oh mate, this is fierce, the 30 lap.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Ekins, as we start to watch the progress of the 23 car. That is Samuel Ashton. The big hero at the start, and then he went here at the zero real quick, but finds him back in the hero conversation once again, Ekins.
Yeah, definitely. Wardy sits in second there, and right on the loud pedal right behind them in the 38, it is Craig Booker there. But moving on through the pack there, you will see Monty Goodley holding his own, but look down the inside. We'll jump on the car there. He's going to sneak down the inside, and he does it. Gets up the fourth. How's that possible? From down the back of the field, he's already up to fourth. ET, eh?
Yeah, you're not wrong, Ekins, and we missed half of his progress as he comes through the field, and but looking at some of the other guys, got another 7 on Sparky, looking right around the outside, the 97 on Mark Eagle was a fantastic pass there coming out of corner 2, Ekins.
Yeah, definitely. He's driving that high line. He's got the 97 car hooked up well there, right down the outside around Pete Wilson, newbie, who actually won the heat races of the three, only by 1.8584 over Evan Tydor. But look at the 97. We'll go for a bit of a drive with the 97, who's got the right rear hooked up on the cushion here at Virginia Motor Speedway. That 97, whether or not it's going to stick. Pete Wilson is getting a bit sideways there, but the 97 will just go for a ride with Mark Eagle there, Ams.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Tim. As we continue to watch the progress there of Pete in the 24 as well as Mark Eagle in the 97, almost getting crossed up against the 29 of Brad Lane. As we continue to watch the progress there of the 97 of Mark Eagle. Massive battles here, mid-pack here, starting to get exciting.
Yeah, definitely. As we move through to a bit closer there with the Sparky and Craig Booker will be having a good battle. These two, Sparky trying to get down the inside of Booker there, who sits around the high line. Good to have Booker back out on the track. Had a bit of a break for a couple of weeks, but he seems to jump to a good lead at the moment, down low and up high as he exits out of turn 1 and 2. Down in front of the crowd, roaring here at Virginia Motor Speedway there, Ams.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Tim. We're starting to see the faster cars come through the field now. Have a look now. Great battle here between Bob, Sparky, Newbie, as well as Mark Eagle there, Kins. They come past the big crowd here at Virginia Motor Speedway once again. Three corners, one as well. Down the back straight, one of Wardy there, Kins, the Valvoline car. But the guy who's made all the progress so far has been the zero of Tydor.
Yeah, definitely sitting up to second at the moment. That is a hell of a drive from ET from the back of the field there, alongside with his good friend Newbie, who's starting at the rear of the field. Those two were second and first in the heats overall. But Sam Ashton, who's way up front, a 17.432 lap time. He's just driving the big wing there around the high line. We're halfway through the 30 lap feature as he negotiates through. But the fastest lap overall, would you believe, is young Tyson Goodley with a 17.308. Oh, there's his dad. Look, bang on the wall.
He's just, he just wants to ride the wall right around the rest of the track. He decides he comes back off, but now as we watch the progress here of the 23 of Samuel Anthony, daylight ahead of everybody else. He's starting the race to make this race his own for the meantime, but we are still looking for the progress of the 0 of Evan Tydor, the 24 of Newbie, as well as the 97 of Mark Eagle there.
Yeah, basically it's just about a straight of the big Virginia Motorsport Speedway. There is no room for ET to pull a hat, rabbit out the hat here to catch up to Sam Ashton. But you know, you got to get up to that back traffic there as well. Wardy has been very impressive, sitting there in third. Dwayne Martin in 7 has made his way up to 4th, so he's managed to get past the 38 of Craig Booker, who sits back in 5th. Mark Eagle also been impressive as this battle continues on between Mark Eagle, Mentor 1, and they'll be all over the 38 of Craig Booker very soon. That 24 of Pete Newby Wilson, who hooked up very well in the heat races to win it by 1 point. But look at the battle. We'll watch these three go head to head. Good mates off the track as they get all close and tapped up. And Pete Wilson is the one that's come out pretty good out of that.
Not wrong there, Kins. He's been the winning recipient out of that battle. It was a great three-way battle there for the meantime, and winning that one is new. We're getting around the outside of Books. There's Mark Eagle in the 97 there, Kins. Great pass around the outside.
Yeah, definitely. Mark Eagle's got that rear hooked up here on the cush at Virginia Motor Speedway as you go for a drive on the 29 of the... Oh, Cole, the 6 just gave him a good eye. How's your father? Boom. Hey.
Says, hello, I'm coming through. And
he does it again.
Nice and goodly. So they're all showing the 4-time modified champ who's their daddy. And yeah, as we see, problems here for the 29 of Brad Lane there.
Yeah, not quite getting it all hooked up there as Brad is in the 29 there as well. Got a couple of bumps from the 6, not once but twice. The guy who did have the fastest lap, and he still does in the 30-lap feature, 17.308 in that 76, Tyson Goodley. Rocket Racing's dropped down a little bit as well. Obviously got a few issues going on there. Leg of speed, there's Madu. Just going for a Sunday drive around the wall. Rubbing the wall there as well as some of the back markers catch up to Monday, but we'll jump up front at the moment, and ET is making some inroads. Is he? Let's have a look. Nah, Sam's just cruising at the moment with only 6 laps to go there. Ams?
You're not wrong there, Kins, but don't discount the ET. He's trying to slowly make his way into the picture. Problems there for Brad Lane. He just gets it all wrong. Turns up in front of the big crowd here at Virginia Motor Speedway there, Kins. He still wants the progress of Evan Tidewell. Muddy Goodley still continues to ride the wall. And, well, I think even closer they'll be lovers. But, yeah, 0 of Evan Tidewell. Slowly starting to reel in the 23 of Sam Ashton there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely who's made the move through this as well, while the top 2 been battling out, as we've seen Leg of Speed rub the wall there as well, as you still see him again doing it. It's Dwayne Martin Spark who's taken over to 3rd and moved up, would you believe it's a race between Wardy and Newbie. Check this one out, race fans, on the live stream for Olympics TV, the DWD Super Late Models. But the battle up there for 3rd and 4th is Pete Newbie Wilson, and I think King Ward's going to give up that one there, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kins. They have having a ding-dong battle here coming down the next straight in the corners 3 and 4. As they look up yet another lap here at the Virginia Motor Speedway. Cool problems here for Italy in the 96. He still continues to run the team. And we watched the number 5 of Wardy there in the Downwell Lane car. That is a spectacular looking motor car there, Kins. But we are working on that sideline there. Still trying to battle with the 24 of Newbie.
Yeah, definitely. I think Maru's pit crew's most really packed up and to fix up the damage to his 96 car. They don't want to be dealing with that.
For the lead. Here we go, Kins.
I know, here we go. We're getting the county down, the last lap.
They start to make their way down the pack straight. Here comes Evan Tidewell. We'll see the big sliders. Sam Ashton close to the wall of him. Can't quite make a stick. Checker flag will fly. Sam Ashton will feature one of these. Really good race to get that one there.
To see Muddy still rubbing the wall. That's all he's done. But take nothing away. I'll tell you what, who was the driver of that feature from the rear of the field was Evan Tidewell to get right on the rear up to 30 laps, last lap to go. Sam Ashton, no mirrors in these cars on Super Late Model. Someone's in the fence there, but the big wing may have just held it on. But I tell you what, the car came together in the last 10 laps for Evan Tidewell to get really close. So your top 3 were Dwayne Martin, Sparky in 3rd, Evan Tidewell, ET in 2nd. Samuel Aston led from the start of the race after nudging Aaron Lewis out of the way. He said, see you, Aaron. It's going to be me to win the feature race, mate.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kins, and I'm sure Sam would have been sweating bullets there, knowing ET was right behind him there in that last corner. I thought he was going to throw the slider, but Sam was quite game enough to close the door there on ET to take out the feature win there. We saw it on the Harvey Norman scoreboard as well there, Kins. Sam Ashton, man, take a bow. Yeah, fantastic winner there of the big 30-lap race there, Kins.
Yeah, it definitely showed in Heat 1 when Sam had the 23 hooked up. We knew what he could do there after winning there, but everything from there went backwards, which was unfortunate for the young man in that 23. And take nothing away from your top three overall in the Heat wins with only just a few points in it. That just shows you how close the racing's been over the previous weeks with only one more week to go.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kins, and the point standings that you showed at the beginning of the telecast is conducive to that. It will show exactly how competitive the series is. And, we must give a big, massive shout out to Jason and the team at the Pitts Media TV for coming on to support this initiative, Kins. And just as the series is coming to a close, it's the cream's starting to rise to the top there, Kins.
Yeah, definitely. Next week, next Monday, as we roll into July, will be the last race, and then we'll be racing at South Lake Speedway. So that's where it's going to wrap it up. We got the series undergoing back in May, on the 18th of May, and started at Kokomo Speedway, Montpelier Speedway, Shady Hill, Winchester, Harford. Last week was the short one of Kearney, Virginia Motor we had tonight, and next week will be the South Lake Speedway. So that'll wrap up the series. Like you say, a massive thanks to Jason, the team there, for their ongoing support for the series. Also, a big thanks to all our viewers that have watched tonight. Darren, hope you and Rachel all going well. And to everyone else that jumped in there, the goodly Fano, and everyone else that was enjoying the racing. So I hope you enjoyed that race, fans. Steam is the application we can download R Factor to. Go to Facebook and look for Dirtworks Designs, where you'll get that late models mod to race on as well. But also they're working on sprint cars as well. So as always, it's always a pleasure to have you in commentary. As they call you, our Hangi Stones. Wait, you're our bro, Ams, and we'll do it again on Monday.
Yeah, no, that's right, Kins. As always, a privilege to join alongside yourself in the commentary box for tonight. We once again, Kins, we witnessed another fantastic night of racing. Looking forward to the big finale next weekend, man. I think it's going to come right down to the crunch. And if anything, like we saw tonight, I can assure you it'll probably be tenfold next week. But once again, just a super privilege, and can't thank you guys for the opportunity for allowing me to come on board as part of the commentary team tonight there, Kins.
Now, been awesome bouncing our little commentary together as well. So I hope you, the race fans, have enjoyed that. Don't forget to also keep an eye on the Cockpit Racing Media page for any updates when we'll bring the Wednesday show back. Taking a little break as dessert, and not much happening in the off-season. We see a few cars in the real lot being sold here, a few different purchases here and there. There's always those Speedway rumours floating around, but as we always say, you got to have those rumours, and no doubt come October or even in September, we might see some green sheeting happening, maybe some practices around the tracks, but definitely a lot of work on the off-season in the sheds and people doing all their refinancing, let alone approaching those sponsors, because you can't do it without that in the crew. So we're might be in a bit of a lull at the moment, the ends, but Speedway season won't be too far away.
No, you're not wrong, Kins. And but believe it or not, I can assure you it'll be here before we even know it. But there's a reason why we have an off season, Kins. And it's just taking time to kind of rejuvenate ourselves, and to fix up all the broken cars and stuff. And if unfortunately we're not too professional enough to be able to racing all year round, and I'm sure the weather will tell you that otherwise. We don't race in wet conditions, but I mean that's kind of what makes it all worthwhile, isn't it? You got the wait and anticipation of waiting for race season to come around. It all makes it worthwhile in the end.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you, my bro. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your week. Thanks for joining on co-commentary. Thanks to Jason, the team at Pitts TV. And congratulations to Pete Wilson winning the heats, but also Sam Ashton winning the feature races. I'm back next week for our wrap-up of the series. Take care and be safe out there. Enjoy your week ahead. And happy Matariki to you all. And we'll catch you back next Monday at 8:30. See you then.